Welcome to another episode of Gaming with the Rev, Jurassic World Evolution 2. Today, Episode 2. And today we are going to go ahead and get started by placing down a viewing gallery so our dinosaurs can be viewed by our visitors when they come in. We are going to go ahead and need to get our paths in, so we're going to run our path out, and then we're going to run back up to our around the paddock here up to our entry point so our guest can come down to use the viewing gallery. And then we're going to have to run some power over, and then we'll add some other amenities while we go. And now we're going to place our substation. We're going to try to get it over here in the corner so we get the most out of it when we add our next paddock and other amenities in this area. So now we're just running our pylons back up to our power station. And actually we'll just go ahead and attach the pylons to our other substation. We have 131 guests currently in our park. And we have our fossils for our first carnivore dinosaurs, so we're going to go ahead and get those selected so they can start extracting the DNA. And then once we get that done, we can create our first carnivores. But to do that, we would also need to have a paddock ready for them, so we'll get that going here in just a minute. And I think we'll put that paddock right next to our first paddock. And we'll go ahead and use this corner here to maximize our buildable space. And I'm running this fence as close as I can to our little boundary there to again maximize the available space that we have on the map for our paddock. And we're going to go ahead and tie that into the corner of our first paddock on this side as well. And there we have our, whoops, I kind of took an awkward bend on me, so we'll remove that and try this again to make sure we get it straight. There we go. And as the fence is completing its construction there, we have our viable genome now. But I'm going to go ahead and remove some trees right up here against this fence because we got to put in our viewing gallery. And they do want forest, so we're going to go ahead and put forest on the back side of the paddock. And the water feature there. That way we meet their forest requirement. And now we're going to add a feeder right up here on this little hill. And then that way we'll have that right in front of our viewing gallery. So when we get that placed, it will have a reason to draw the dinosaurs up to the viewing gallery so our visitors can watch them. And right here we're just adding our ranger outpost, so we'll get them set up to visit that. And now we'll add our viewing gallery, as we also get notification that we have a complete genome now. And we'll need to add a gate, so we'll go ahead and get that placed in. And then we'll also need to get our path network completed as well. Alright, now we got our paths hooked up. We will work on upgrading these paths to the wider paths, but I'll do that later, and that I'll go ahead and do off camera. There's no reason to have you watch me upgrade paths. We're going to go ahead and add a restroom while we're down here. And an emergency bunker, just in case. Of course, they can use this also when there is weather in the area as well. And we will see some weather incidents today, I'm sure. And we'll go ahead and place this hotel right here. And it does have a viewing area, which will cover the first two paddocks there. Albeit small, but it gives them something to draw to the hotel. And we'll get our path hooked up here as well. Alright, we'll go ahead and get our scientist on fertilizing some eggs for us. Alright, and we have 2 viable eggs here. So we'll go ahead and get those selected and get our dinosaurs created. Alright, we're back here with our dinosaurs now done and created. So we're going to go ahead and airlift them into their paddock. And since we've got the dinosaurs created, we also now have live feeders. So we'll go ahead and put one of those in. And this will let sheep roam around freely so they can have the thrill of the hunt as well. And here we are watching from our viewing area as our first carnivore is placed.
Now this dinosaur is something special. Well, they're all something special, but this one stands out because of the horns on top of its head.
And we have our second one coming in as well.
It's called Ceratosaurus. It kind of looks like a slightly smaller T-Rex, but its bite is probably about the same.
There it is. And we have our first carnivores in their paddock. And there we see our rangers driving out as they have finished their inspection of our dinosaurs. And we need some more amenities down in this area, so we're going to go ahead and create our cheap burger restaurant, and we'll get that hooked up to the path network so our guests have a place to get some food. And there we go. We got some different aesthetic things we can change if we want. And we have our first hurricane coming in. Our dinosaurs are agitated and it looks like the gate is busted, so we better get that fixed before they decide to escape. So we'll assign our ranger team to get that taken care of. And we have a couple different spots on the different fences that are knocked out, so we'll get repairs going on that. And then our brand new burger shop also needs some repairs. Our viewing platform as well. Alright, we're now placing our paleo medical facility, and this will need to get power and path hookup, and this will allow us to take care of our sick and injured dinosaurs. So we're going ahead and get that path hooked up, and then we'll run ourselves another substation. And we'll place this over here off to the side where we can benefit us for some future upgrades in this area as far as amenities and different buildings. Well, now that we got that hooked up, we do have a dinosaur that is needing to be inspected, and we'll go ahead and add them to the ranger posts so they will do random medical checks as well on their own. Alright, so they have an infected wound, so we're going to go ahead and get our scientists researching the cure and get that implemented so our dinosaurs are healthy again. And we have another sick dinosaur, so we'll go ahead and we'll need to shrink the dinosaur so it can be transported to the medical facility so it can have its wounds tended to by the doctors. Now that it's been sedated, we'll use our airlift and take it to the medical facility, assign our scientist, and they will heal the dinosaur for us. And we've done some upgrades so we can train our scientists, so we'll go ahead and give them their upgrades. We'll give some logistics upgrades, and then we'll also go ahead and give her logistics, and then we'll go ahead and do a welfare upgrade, and then once our other scientist is done, we can upgrade him later. And we're going to go ahead and add another amenity. As we can see, the path is red due to lack of amenities in this area. So we're going to go ahead and add that here. And we don't want another cheap burger place, so we're going to go ahead and change that. And we're going to go down to drinking or shopping. And we're going to go ahead and change this into a souvenir shop. And then we can configure it and add some interior modules, and this will help boost the store to help bring in the different types of guests that we have in our park. Alright, we've added a second
Keep up the
staff
good work,
center,
and
so
check
now we can
out
hire
this
a couple
new
more
objective when you
scientists.
get a chance.
We got a new contract option, so we'll go ahead and select that, and then we'll move on to hiring additional scientists.
Look,
And here
happy guests
we're
are
going to
repeat
look
customers.
for
Let's keep them as comfortable as possible.
genetics as their specialty, because we could use some more of that. And then for this last one, we'll go ahead and take the welfare, because we'll be needing some more of that to help with our dinosaurs as well. Adding some more amenities, we have our ginger beer shop, and then we're just updating the modules to help, again, boost attractiveness for our guests. So we have our expedition returning us with a bunch of fossils, so we're selling off the ones that we sell off. And we have a bunch here. So first we're going to go ahead and add our extraction capacity so we can maximize our yield with our fossils here. And now we'll go ahead and select the ones that we want to extract. And with that expansion slot that we just added, we can now extract everything that we had that came in. And that will give us 100% genome when it's completed. We're going to go ahead and attach our scientists and get them working. And while we're waiting for our dinosaur genome to be complete, we're going to go ahead and place another viewing platform, this one being elevated, just to give our guests a better view. Alright, and now we'll go ahead and get our eggs started with their fertilization. And now we're going to need to build our paddock so we have some place to place our dinosaurs once they are ready to be placed. I could have had a nice rounded edge, but I prefer to keep it with the square edges, so we build another paddock off of this one. We have somewhere nice and square to build off of. We'll come back up here towards the top, And most of the dinosaurs do like forest, so we'll keep most of this forest here. And now we'll kind of bring it down a little bit so we have an area to add amenities and different things as we need them. And we just bring this down to about there. Looks alright. Now we'll come back over to our other side and bring that over so we can line that up. There we go. And now back that up just a little bit. That looks pretty good. And now we'll complete our paddock. There we go. And now we will select 4 of the eggs, avoiding the one that does have the drawback, and assign our scientist. Our new dinosaurs do like the ground fiber, so we're going to go ahead and add that in here. As we see, they're ready to be released. So we'll just finish up our ground leaf there. Or I'm sorry, ground fiber, not ground leaf. As we see, they do like the ground fiber, forest, and water. So we have all that. And then it also gives us the different breeds of dinosaurs that they're compatible with. And I just accidentally hit the wrong button and released them in the wrong paddock. So once they come out, we'll get them tranked, and then we'll get them moved to their paddock.
The Ceratosaurus is another of those spiky-backed dinosaurs. A dinosaur that relied on intimidation to keep the predators at bay. And failing that, a difficult meal to catch and chew. Think of it as a prehistoric porcupine.
Alright, we got all of them selected to be tranked. And now we'll get them moved over to the final one, moved over here to their paddock. Alright, now we'll just wait for them to be placed by our transportation team. And while we're at it, we need to add a gate, and I just accidentally dropped one in the middle. We'll come back and get that here in just a little bit. And while we're here, we do need our outpost, so we'll get that placed, and we'll go ahead and assign our ranger team and our medical team. And then we'll go ahead and I forgot to attach our capture teams, so we'll get that one attached to all of our outposts.
No problem. Transit has
Alright, and now we have another hurricane going on. But we'll just keep building here while we're going, so we can get our viewing area added to this paddock so our new dinosaurs can be seen. We do have another undiagnosed ailment for one of our dinosaurs, and our fence is broken in different spots again, so we'll get the repairs on that going. We'll get our one dinosaur that was treated placed back in the paddock, because we may have some others that will need the facility to be treated here in a little bit. And we have our dinosaurs that are excited due to the storm and a threat to our guest. However, they are still in their paddock, and to make sure they stay there, we're going to go ahead and get this broken fence repaired and repair the weak spots as well. The broken is in the red, where the weak areas are in the
to
white.
get you interested in this next
And we have a new contract
I'm
as
not
well,
above
so we'll
begging.
select that and try to earn our bonuses from that.
We're in the paleo curation business, sure, but people only hear that paleo part. However, it's that second business part that's really at our core. Talk about the real survival of the fittest, hmm?
Alright, going to go ahead and add our viewing gallery. And then we'll get our path network connected up so it can be used by our guest.
Asset has been delivered.
And we'll use the small path to the building itself and the wide path to get down there. And I kind of swooped that, so we'll remove that and try that again. And there we go, we got that connected up. And now we'll get our substation placed. And that hooked up to the power grid. Well, that way it's obstructed, so we'll try the other way. Don't worry about that no power, that was just for that substation that I hadn't got hooked up yet. Alright, we do have our concussed dinosaur, so we'll get that over to the medical area so it can be treated.
You were like an
Get the
Indoraptor
scientist
with glasses,
attached
hunting
to
down
the
that
treatment,
objective,
and then
huh?
we do have a second
Assuming
one
you wear
which we'll have
glasses.
to get over there
Do
once
you?
the other one
Yeah,
has
don't answer.
been taken care of. I think this is a good spot to call it a day, so thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. And this has been the Rev saying thank you and have a great day.